And this will be a theme that will resurface. Something even good in congregational development, community development, something even good, something even very good, eventually will need some redefinition and some reorientation. It's just the nature of this world. So Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, as you know, instead of being based his mission, Gaudiya Math, on their shoulders, it was based mostly on brahmacharis and sannyasis and monks, monasteries. He established 64 in India. And we hear that many of the first brahmacharis were actually the children of the families in which Bhaktivinoda Thakur established the Prapanashrams. So there's a, they grew up and went, so, see, imagine they were all followers of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and the children grew up, and when the son of Bhaktivinoda Thakur started preaching, Shimahaguru like a lion, they were feeling, some of them felt very happy to offer their sons as brahmacharis. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said something very important. Oh, this is the carport. He said many things, many important, but on one occasion he kind of summarized the mission of Krishna consciousness into 3 phases. One, book publishing. Books are the basis, shastras, of the 3, as you know, of the 3 parameters for our direction. Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. Shastra in terms of theology is the principle, and we have to evaluate both Guru and Sadhu according to Shastras. So first of all, in any attempt at establishing Krishna consciousness in this world, to establish a movement, we need to have books. We need to know Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam. And so first of all, we need to have these books. First of all, the devotees need to get purified, develop the right vision, knowledge. Book publishing often includes translation. Okay, so it's the first step. And it makes sense, right? Because Krishna consciousness should be based on Krishna Katha. Number 2, he said, book distribution. Because once you have the books, you need to get them to people. Right? There's a sampradaya, I don't mention any name, but just as an example, but one sampradaya, bona fide sampradaya, they made a special project. They made a big building in South India, and they filled up with Bhagavad Gita. Some 1 lakh or 2 lakhs of Bhagavad Gita. They filled up the whole building. So it's one way of glorifying the Bhagavad Gita. But when I heard that, our mood would be rather take all the Gita and distribute them everywhere. So, book distribution, because people need to know what Krishna says, what Krishna wants, and who Krishna is. Okay? Makes sense. And then he stressed about Namahat. Namahat in the sense, again, building communities based on this Shastra and based on this book distribution. In other words, thank you. What? Are we going to get this famous... Huh?
Electricity will come at 12. Leave it like that. It's okay.
And is there any chance to fix this generator?
It is already working.
Already working.
Oh, he has given the generator, it doesn't work, and he's charging money for it. Yesterday it worked.
So once the people read the books, and if they read the books and they get convinced, then what to do? What we tell them to do? Some will become renunciants, brahmacharis, eventually sannyasis, and that's the best for them. But a lot of them won't, either because they're already married, they already have children, and or they're just not ready for that life of renunciation. And I'm talking about a lot of people, a lot of sincere people, a lot of people. So here I just wanted to stress, like the connection. Publish the books. Some of you are BBT involved with the BBT. Thank you very much for that. And we distribute the books. People read the books. We do other programs. People get convinced, persuaded, and then they say, okay, what do I have to do? And then we need to organize them. We need to mobilize them. And it's an art, it's a science. It's a science, it's an art. See, temple life, more or less, we know how it's done. I don't think our temple life is much different than the temple life of the time of Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Sarasvati Thakura. The basic sadhana, the basic structure of the temple, basic authority structure in the temple, basic services basically. Doing book distribution, we still do book distribution, and so, but the environment, the congregational environment, the community changes. Changes in the sense that there are different ways of doing it. And if we study Srila Prabhupada, we see that he had a lot of ideas about congregational development. A lot of visions, a lot of instructions. And we collected some of them in a book. And by the way, it was part of your homework. Do you have the list of the homework with you right now? So, thank you. So, you received this letter in some form?
Yes.
Huh? It's called Building Vibrant Vaishnava Communities, Growing Our Congregations in Quality and Quantity. Pre-course D, Reading and Thinking. Dear participant, reading the following assignments and answering the related questions will provide you basic familiarity with the subject. Will serve to refresh your knowledge, and it will offer a platform for further discussion and learning during classroom time. Kindly see this homework as an investment to make your participation in the course more stimulating and productive. So, did you see this as an investment or as a headache? So, please read all the following bulleted items. So, as if you see, in the second page of your references, to frame the discussion within the instructions and the vision of Srila Prabhupada, I chose his words related to the subject. So, I requested you, I had the audacity to request you to read one thing. Selected quotations from Srila Prabhupada works. How many of you read this? So these are selected quotations from what Srila Prabhupada said about something in connection with congregational development. There's also quotes about youth preaching. There's also quotes about different things. Because again, we want that our community building be aligned to Srila Prabhupada's vision and Srila Prabhupada's instructions, because it's his movement, right? And also, I noticed throughout my travels that these quotes, although very important, at least I consider them very important for the future of our movement, often the devotees don't know. I was in Europe a couple of years ago, and I met one devotee, very intelligent devotee. He does scientific preaching, he writes blogs, so very very smart person from one European country. We're sitting taking prashad, we're talking, so how is it going, congregational development, and your place? Because I had been there, and so he said, yeah, but, you know, he basically said, in a very educated, civilized way, he said, it's really not something that Srila Prabhupada told us to do. No? So we're taking prashad, I almost so anyway, so when you read these type of things, I'll just give you an example, okay? Huh? Few examples. Okay, this is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, so these are books. Okay, so these are not remote conversations that nobody ever heard. You know, in room conversation rooms that don't exist, and that type of quotations. Huh? Okay, morning walks which are done in the evening and things like that. You know, those type of. Now this is Bhagavatam. You can find it. So Lord Chaitanya advocated a process whereby everyone may remain in his present position without change. But simply, so without change, maybe you don't find the word congregational development, okay? Huh? You know, sometimes you don't find the word congregational development, but he's talking about it. This, I think, well, we know. So, may remain in his present position without change, but simply hear from the proper authority source about Krishna. Lord Chaitanya advised everyone, which include those people who did not change their position, right? Huh? To spread the word of Krishna, he advised, quote unquote, all of you become spiritual masters. Your duty is simply to talk to whoever you meet of Krishna, or of the instructions given by Krishna, unquote. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness is operating for this purpose. We do not ask anyone to first change his position and then come to us. Instead, we invite everyone to come with us and simply chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Because we know that if one simply chants and hears the topic of Krishna, one's life will change, he will see a new light, and his life will be successful. Okay. I could go on, I'm not going to read much. Huh? Okay. Something about temple and congregation. Okay, this was a letter to Tama Krishna Maharaj, 1st June 1969. So 1st June 69, very early in our movement, it was the time of a temple expansion. Everybody was opening centers, okay? US, Europe. And he says, I'm glad to know that our temple activities are affecting good results. The boys and girls from the neighborhood coming to help the temple activities is the good result of our attempts. The temple center is started just to present example to the neighboring residents how they can make a small temple in each and every home. So, how do you like that? Temple is established so that everybody in the area of the temple can also establish a temple. It is not necessary, it is not necessary that hundreds and thousands of people will live in our temple. But if we can make effective propaganda, then the neighboring residents, householders, will be inclined to be initiated and follow the modes of temple life.